It's the Property First show, your go-to show for real estate matters, brought to you from the stables of Babsomo Communications. My name is Layoli or Yatogun, and it's heartwarming to always know that you're there watching. Thank you for your active participation on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. If you're not yet a member of our social media community, then follow us at Property First Show. Have you missed any of our previous episodes? Then search for Property First on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment. Do you have a property for sale or lease you'd like us to feature on our show? Or are you into a real estate related business? Or do you have a real estate event coming up you'd like us to cover? Then call the number 090-2023-2719 or call the number 081-8653-3938. You can also send an email to propertyfirst@babsomocommunications.com. There's no gainsaying that quality control is a vital aspect of the building process, whether it's in the material used or the competence of the professionals. The need for quality control cannot be overemphasized. On our show today, our expert of the week will be sharing with us how to ensure quality control in building construction, especially from the point of view of the quantity surveyor. Before then, take a look at the properties we have for you on our Property Showcase segment. Enjoy it. The first of today's properties is a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex that sits on a 300 square meter land area and located about 500 meters off the Lekki-Epe Expressway, about 2 minutes drive from the Ologolo bus stop, before Agungi bus stop and not far from Chevron. On the ground floor of the building is a spacious living room with a German-made chandelier on the ceiling.
A 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex with a BQ. We have 3-bedroom upstairs, 1 downstairs.
A dining area.
To my left, we have the dining, very spacious.
And a guest toilet.
This is the visitor's toilet. That's the WC, the wash and basin.
A furnished kitchen with appliances like a gas cooker with a company heat extractor, wash and basin, a water heater, kitchen cabinet, and a marble top work table. There's also a guest room bathroom fitted with cubicle shower and water closet.
It's visitors room here. We have the toilet here and the bathroom with a nice cubicle.
A marble tiled staircase with stainless steel handrails leads you upstairs where you have a family lounge. Tell me about this railing.
This is a Turkish railing with 50 millimeters handle, and we have the family lodge here.
Okay, the family lounge upstairs.
Yeah.
All the bedrooms upstairs have different color themes and are all en suites with cubicle shower and water closet.
Master bedroom.
The master bedroom has a fitted wardrobe.
We have the wardrobe, the toilet, cubicle shower.
A balcony where you get a good aerial view of the neighborhood.
You can see things for yourself, view the area.
So if the owner of the house is bored, he can come out and take a bit
Exactly.
of fresh air. All other bedrooms have similar features.
A unique wardrobe like others, very big one.
The entire floor space in this building is tiled with high quality Spanish tiles.
All these Spanish tiles, perfectly alright.
Other features include central speaker system, modern light fittings like LED chandelier in the family lounge, and Turkish wooden internal doors. Tell me about this door.
These are Turkish door, specifically for in-house, not the normal security door, which is unique for a building like this and of this magnitude.
The building is connected to public power supply.
The top of power, we've made provision for 3 lines, the red, the blue, and the green line. All you need to do is, we've connected to electricity, the common one, but you have to make provision for alternative, which is your generator. There is a room for that with armored cable. everything is set, good to go.
Water supply is provided with the installation of a borehole and water treatment plant. The building is well secured with the installation of CCTV cameras, and entrance into the building is through steel gates, and a gatehouse is in place for security guards. There's also a one-room boys' quarters. For title, the building has deed of assignment, while the C of O is in process. Price, 50 million naira. Okay, now the most important question on the minds of viewers: how much is this property going for?
It's going for just 15 million naira.
Negotiable?
No, that's a fixed price. I'm not giving you asking price.
Now let's move to further down the Lekki-Epe Expressway. We have a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex right here in Banana Estate, Alpha Beach, Lekki. Banana Estate is also a 10-minute drive from Chevron Estate in Lekki. Come with me and let's explore this beautiful property.
Yeah, the rooms.
Oh wow, nice. So tell us about this space. I particularly like the chandelier. It looks really nice.
Wow. This is a 5-bedroom fully detached. It's a PQ.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the rooms downstairs.
Okay. Oh, you have a room downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Nice. Lovely.
Nice. Nice chandelier. I like it.
This is the dining.
Okay.
So here we have the kitchen.
This is like the wine bar. Oh, okay. I like this. This is
Wine bar.
different. Yes. And very compact.
So here is the kitchen. So everything is fixed there.
Okay. I like it. It's very airy. I like the gas cooker and all of that. And I particularly like the tiles you have here. Nice. The cabinets also look very nice and rich and expensive. Yes, befitting for a 5-bedroom duplex. I really like. Okay.
And here we have a DQ.
Ooh. Oh, okay. The wiki is attached to the building.
Oh yes.
Okay, so
It's very standard. Look at the size of the DQ. Very big.
oh, even oh, okay. And it has its own bathroom and
How you
toilet.
see a standard BQ like this.
Okay.
It's like so we actually build it the standard way.
Okay.
So that at least customer always love it.
Okay. All right. So I mean, a domestic staff can stay here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. That's nice.
Okay. The whole of this place is the master bed.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So lovely wardrobes.
Okay.
All are in suits. Yes.
The bathroom.
And this is the bath. Yes.
Nice.
They are all ready for lucky customers.
I know. So all you need to do is just furnish and move in.
Honestly.
Oh, you have another balcony
Yeah,
there.
another
That's fine. So this is
This
another
is
room.
Another room, yeah.
Okay.
This is another room. Wardrobe.
Bathroom and toilet.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Okay.
Very nice.
So where else are we seeing? This is another room,
Another
right?
room, another living room, yes.
Oh, another living room.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, living room. But there's a closet here, so it meant it's another bedroom.
Yeah, another bedroom.
Okay. Okay. So this is another bedroom.
Yeah.
So we've seen about 3 bedrooms upstairs.
Like 4, the other one.
Okay, there's another one. 4. Okay. All right, that's
So 1
fantastic.
downstairs, 4 upstairs, plus the kitchen.
We've taken you through a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex right here in Banana Estate in Alpha Beach, Lekki. It's such a beautiful place, very spacious rooms. There is a BQ attached to the building with a separate gate. The kitchen is fully furnished. It comes with a washing machine, a store, a CCTV room, a kitchen up downstairs and a kitchen upstairs. What could be better? Totally love this place. Security is fantastic. You heard it from the horse's mouth. And also power is great. Thank you so much, Mudashiru Gbadebo. a break right now. When we come back, it will be time for Real Estate Digest. Stay tuned. Real Estate Digest brought to you by Nightstone Properties. Federal government set to deliver 24 housing units being constructed as part of the National Housing Program in Edo State before end of 2018. Mortgage bank loans to real estate continues steady growth, but housing deficit lingers. Property worth millions of naira lost as fire razed EGUH church. Visionscape Sanitation Solutions restates its commitment to fulfilling its part in the Cleaner Lagos initiative. Federal government to construct 100 houses at Osun State College of Education, Ilesha. National housing scheme begins in Bayelsa State. Dubai house prices rents drops in first quarter of 2018. Delta State partners Turek flags off 1,000 housing units. That's all we have for you in this segment. Join us next week for updates in the real estate industry. Real Estate Digest was brought to you by Nightstone Properties. Today on our expert segment, we have a quantity surveyor of repute who will be discussing the role of a quantity surveyor in ensuring that quality is maintained throughout the construction process. I have the CEO of Multi Project Limited, THEOPHILUS. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, now tell us, who is a quantity surveyor and when does his work start in the whole construction process?
Thank you. A quantity surveyor, as a member of construction team professionals, is saddled with the responsibility of carrying out all contractual cost management and contract administration from inception to the project life cycle. What do I mean by project life cycle? Project life cycle is when let's assume for instance a building project, when the occupants have occupied the project, you talk of maintenance, facility management. A quantity surveyor will still play a role in that regard. So a quantity surveyor starts from the inception of the brief, the client brief, to the life cycle of a project.
What is the major responsibility of a quantity surveyor?
Responsibilities of a quantity surveyor cut across various aspects. Now, from the inception of the project, you meet with the client, which is client brief, okay, visibility study, investment appraisal, advice in form of contracts, advice on the best method of construction, advice on contractor selection, okay, advice on tendering. Then a quantity surveyor also play a role of negotiation, okay, yeah. A quantity surveyor is there to monitor and control costs during the project, okay. Then while the project is ongoing also, the QS evaluate and assess the progress of the job and make sure it's in accordance with the description according to the contract between the two parties, which is the client and the contractor. A QS also play a role of advice on when issue of dispute arises in a project, okay. Then a QS also acts as a facility manager sometimes when the occupants have occupied the project. A QS can also be engaged as a facility manager.
We definitely cannot talk about quality control without talking about money. How does the quantity surveyor ensure that the client gets value for his money?
One, by adhering to the contract agreements. What do I mean by that? When you talk of a project contract, for example, building contracts, there's what we call bills of quantities prepared by a quantity surveyor. In that bills of quantities, it entails the description, the scope, and the quantity and the price of that contract, all inclusive in that bill of quantities. So the QS will ensure that the contractor adheres to that description as described in the bills of quantity. These are part of
the roles of a QS to make sure the client gets value for his money. And also the QS make sure that the contractor don't deviate from what has been agreed, have been issued in terms of time, cost, and quality, because these are some of the things that led to project abandonment and the rest of them. So for client to get value for his money, a QS makes sure he married what is on site, what is done, in line with the contract agreement.
How does the quantity surveyor ensure that quality is maintained while keeping within the client's budget?
Making sure the description, for instance, the description in the bill of quantities is strictly held on to. The contractors must not deviate from that. Let me give an example. In a bill of quantities where a contractor is meant to cast a column, which is generally known as pillar, the layman call it pillar, is meant to cast a column, and in that bill of quantities a description on how the mixing ratio is entailed in that bill of quantities, a QS must make sure that the contractor work in accordance with that mixing ratio allowed for in the bill of quantities, which form the contract documents. Okay, by so doing the quality will be maintained. And secondly, a QS will also play a role on procurement management, ensuring that materials are being bought from a reliable source that will meet the SON standard, at least minimum standard, or what we call British standard. In QA, building construction we use in this part of the world, we still use British standard. You make sure that standards are met when construction is ongoing.
Does a quantity surveyor also take responsibility for the quality of material used, given that he also plays a vital role in the procurement of materials?
Yes, because being a member of the construction team and being someone that played a role in procurement, I mean, you ensure that these materials are being bought from a reliable source. Okay, like for instance, when it is described in the bill of quantities that the contractor is meant to use a BS standard reinforcement, for instance, and an imported reinforcement, and you see some contractors, because they want to cut corners, you see them going for a local reinforcement. As a good quantity surveyor, you ensure that whatever that have been agreed is adhered to, and make sure the standard is maintained so as to go against contractor compromising the quality of such projects.
Since the quantity surveyor is responsible for keeping a close eye on the project finances and procurement of materials, do we then hold him culpable for building collapses due to the fact that poor building materials were used in the construction process?
When you talk of building collapsing, so many factors are involved. When you talk of building collapsing, actually, if all things being equal, that the client have engaged the appropriate consultants, okay, and the construction are finally completed, suddenly you saw a collapse, that is not a contractual default. It's strictly a structural default.
Since the quantity surveyor procured some of these materials,
that's what I've just said, that when all quality have been met and these projects have been completed, okay, and suddenly you saw the building dropping, it is not as a result of inferior material anymore. When the QS along the line during the construction of the project has ensured that all materials met all the minimum standards, then at the completion, upon completion of the project, then you see the building dropping. It's not the fault of the QS. That is structural. It's not a contractual issue any longer. It's a structural default. What do I mean by structural default? Maybe the structural engineer have under design. Okay, that's why I said it cuts. So many factors are involved. It's beyond only the material. When a building is under design, what you get is collapse. I don't know whether you understand. Okay, so when a structural engineer have under design and the quality of the building have been met, definitely the building may drop. It's not as a result of bad quality.
From everything you've said, it shows that the quantity surveyor plays a pivotal role in the whole building construction process. So how then does a quantity surveyor ensures that everything in the bill of quantities is strictly adhered to?
Yeah, a good quantity surveyor will ensure that all that have been agreed upon is adhered to by ensuring that he attends regular visitation to the site. I mean, he or she or the firm, he has a representative on every site meeting. In construction, we normally have site meetings. You make sure that you have a rep to check what the contractor is doing, whether it's in line with the bill of quantities. By so doing, I don't think there will be any need for contractor to compromise the quality of the work, to cut corners. When a QS goes to site, regular visit to site, that's another form of monitoring costs. Okay, it ensures that the contractor don't cut corners. Okay, and it also ensures that the contractor don't deviate or come back to say there is variation. Because sometimes when contractors notice that you are the strict quantity surveyor, you are this type that they can bamboozle, okay, the next thing they do, they want to come back to you on variation, claiming that they've done something that they did not do on site, all in the name of getting more money, since you've prevented them from cutting corners. Okay, so a good quantity surveyor will ensure that he or she goes to site regularly to monitor what is done on site. By so doing, contractors cannot cut corners. That standard will be maintained.
What usually informs variations in estimates or costs? Is it quality or quantity?
Both can lead to variation in construction work. How do I mean by quality leading to variation in construction work? A client may come and change his taste. Definitely the quality of the materials will change. So automatically it will lead to variation while the project is ongoing. I don't know if you understand me. It will lead to variation while the project is ongoing. Okay? When a client changes his taste while construction is ongoing, okay, may lead to variation. Then quantity. When an inexperienced quantity surveyor measures or prepares a contract document, he or she may not capture all the quantities. Then getting to site, you find out that the quantities in the contract document is under-measured. So this can also be called a variation. Okay, and most times we always advise our clients, if it's a residential apartment for an individual, when I mean individual, not an elaborate project, I will always advise a client to go for a fixed contract in order to avoid any form of variation. When I say a fixed contract, a contract that the price of items remain constant, nothing shifts the price, only if the quantity increases. That's a fixed contract, and most such contract is always a short-term contract, not a long-term contract. I mean a contract of less than a year. I always advise my clients to go for a fixed. Let's go for a fixed contract, since the QS give advice to the client on best method of construction.
Since a quantity surveyor is basically responsible and manages the contractual relationship between various parties in a particular project, do we then see that the abandonment of this project is as a result of the failure on the part of a quantity surveyor?
Why you can't hold the quantity surveyor responsible is this. In the contract documents, the quantity surveyor have allowed for arbitration.
Oh,
yes. In all contract documents, a qualified good quantity surveyor will always make allowance for arbitration, so that in case of this comes up, because there is little to which a QS can do.
Okay.
That is why I've put a clause in the contract condition that in case that you parties, both of you, have fall apart, you can always go to arbitration. Yes, and that solves the matter. You don't hold the points of view responsible for that, please.
But what are the steps a quantity surveyor can take in order to prevent parties involved in a disagreement from going to arbitration?
QS would have played a very vital role before the both party will head to arbitration by making sure he calls for a meeting in order to see how the parties can come at a meeting point. I mean both parties, to see how they can shift ground, because one thing about arbitration is you know when you enter, you don't know when you come out of it. So a good QS will make sure, we ensure that it prevents arbitration matters coming into his or her project, okay, by ensuring you bring the two parties together, making sure you have a meeting, regular meeting with them, in order to see how they can shift ground so that the projects at hand will not suffer. Because when a project is abandoned, there will be costs and time overrun. So these are all the roles the QS plays in order to mitigate against project abandonment.
So lastly, what would be your advice to prospective homeowners and property developers and other interested parties on the issue of standards and quality?
I will advise any upcoming developer to ensure that a qualified, renowned quantity surveyor is engaged on every project. We have a lot of quack around, and I can tell you this categorically, that what a qualified quantity surveyor will do in terms of preparing bill of quantities, a student can as well do that, but it goes beyond bill of quantities. When you talk of projects now, you are talking of someone with vast knowledge that knows the conventional practice, not the traditional practice. We have a lot of traditional QS in the country. I will advise the young upcoming property developers to ensure that the right appropriate consultants are engaged from inception of any project to its completion. It helps to reduce costing and quality, and it enhances the quality and the standard. The issue of collapsing and the rest of them will not come on board if the appropriate consultants are engaged from ab initio of the projects.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
having us on the show.
You are highly welcome.
Insightful things you said.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Right, have a great day.
And you too.
And I hope that you would allow us to interview you next time.
Anytime, any moment, I'm here for you.
All right, then have a great day.
And you too. Thank you.
Thank you for staying tuned, and join us same time next week for your weekly guide in the real estate market as we continue to serve you the goodies the real estate industry has for you. For advert placements and inquiries, call the number 090-2023-2719 or 081-8653-3938. You can also engage us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Remember, with Property First, you're covered. My name is Lyoli Oyatogun. Bye-bye.